Hey, we're here. We're live. It's episode 198 of Two Legs, a live edition of Two Legs, which we don't do. We usually record our shows separately and post them. Lives are usually a bonus edition, but for this one, pun intended, it's going to be live. And joining me today is Tom Hunyadi. I'm Andy Nichols, and welcome to the March Madness Macca edition of Two Legs. Hi, Thomas.
Hello, Andy. Good to see you on
Yeah.
this fine Sunday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Fine Sunday, and it's been a long time since we've gotten together to do some content, but things are slowing down now, and really excited to come up with it. And you came up with this idea to do a March
Well,
Madness.
Dylan came up with the
Dylan,
idea.
we got to
Yeah,
give credit. We got to give credit where credit's due. Mr. Dylan CV saw it and messaged, and then Tom and I took the ball and ran with it. So thank you, Dylan, for the original inspiration
right.
for this idea. And what March Madness is for anybody who's anybody who's not in North America, March Madness is something that is a college basketball tournament that's held every year here in America, where the top 64 teams, college basketball teams, play in a tournament until there's one winner, and there's brackets, and it's a pretty big deal here in this country for a few weeks. It starts up probably in a couple of days and takes us all the way till April. So we decided after Dylan finding it, we were gonna, what could we do? And there was a couple other brackets
Right.
that had lots of songs, and Tom and I just hashed it out and said, well, let's pick 64 songs and go with it. Now the way it works is with the basketball tournament, you've got regions, right? So
Right.
usually there's like a northeast region, southwest region. There's four regions. So how would we do regions for Paul McCartney? And what we came up with was, let's choose four alter egos that he's been known by or has gone by in the past. Okay, and those regions are the Thrillington, the Plastic Max, the Dirty Max, and Paul Ramone. And if you know your history, you know what all those titles mean and what they're associated with Paul McCartney. So that was the first thing we had to do. And then the second thing we had to do was then structure the seeding, right? So here in America,
hmm
the better basketball teams are like 1 seed, 2 seed, 3 seed. And the lower seeds are the teams that are not as good but just snuck into the tournament. So how do we then quantify that in McCartney terms? So Tom and I said, okay, well, let's put the big hits up as the higher seeds. So as we play this game, and hopefully you play along with us too, because a lot of you emailed us and we sent brackets to you. So hopefully you play along with us. We put like the big hits in the top seeds. So Band on the Run, Listen to What the Man Said, Mulligan Tire, Jet, things like that. And then there was other songs like, lesser, like songs that were like, like like Off the Ground or My Valentine or Ever Present Past. Those had lower seeds, but they were singles, but they were lower seeds. So that's how we structured it. Am I kind of surmising it right,
Yeah,
Thomas?
yeah, and who knows if the radio and the charts would have in the 90s and 2000s, if Paul's success in the charts would have been maybe a little better here in the States or in the UK, maybe some of those songs that were in the 90s and 2000s would have been higher seeds, but because just the way it was structured, unfortunately, a lot of these great songs ended up being lower seeds, but that makes it interesting because there could be upsets then, because
Right,
this is your bracket. You pick the songs that you want to pick that move on. So that's
right.
the interesting thing about it.
That's the great thing about it. And also to note as well, we took in UK and US chart placings when choosing
Yes.
these songs. We did so. If there was a song that was a number one hit in the UK or better, then it got a higher seed or seeding placement, and we
hmm
include. So you'll see that as we go through.
Right.
Say a quick hello to everybody: Tom Brennan, Tony, Nick, and good afternoon, everybody. Yes, it's Paul and Linda's anniversary today, March the 12th,
Yes.
1969. Yes,
Yes.
indeedy.
Yes.
So
And yes, Tom, Dirty Max was the Lennon band that appeared in the Rolling Stones Rock and Roll Circus.
yep.
And
Paul Ramone, if you don't know, was the pseudonym that Paul took on the 1960 tour of Scotland with
hmm
supporting Johnny Gentle when they all kind of changed their
hmm
names. Carl Harrison was George, Long John Slover was John, and Paul took on the name Paul Ramone. So that's where we kind of came up with that name to come up with that.
Plastic Max, obviously from the Coming Up video.
Right. And today we're gonna make our choices, and you can play along with us until we get until basically the Elite Eight. So that's you've
Right.
got the first. We're gonna go through the first and second round and get us to the basically. Really, we're gonna go all the way to the Elite Eight, and then next week do the Elite Eight, Final Four, and ultimately the championship.
Right. So the next couple weeks we'll be having fun with these, with this Macca March Madness bracket, and then last week of March, then we'll do episode 200, and we're
Yeah.
still figuring out what we're going to do for that.
Yeah, and then the fest the weekend after that. So we're going to be pretty busy here.
Yes, that's right. We got the fest coming up. Andy and I will both be there. So hopefully you guys will be there as well, whether you're watching now live or watching this later. Hopefully we will see you all at the fest.
Yeah, don't know details yet, but we will be there, and when we know them, you'll know them.
You'll know them, exactly, because we do plan on doing a show there, Andy and I, and obviously, myself with Talk More Talk,
Mm-hmm.
and as soon as we know those schedules, we'll let you all know what's going on there.
Cool.
All right, so what is first here? What are we going to do? Or we want to talk for a minute here?
Well, I just put up in the comments. Oh, they all just populated her. You guys are messing with my OCD. Sorry, Brad. It was, but it's as Tom mentioned, it's a take on Paul's thing. Yeah. Seeing as Louisville Cardinals not making the tournament. Thank you for yeah. And March Madness is really fun to watch. Good morning, Ellen. Good morning, everybody.
Yes,
So,
morning.
I think we just start. Let's start with the Thrillington bracket. And Thomas, why don't you go first? In the one seed, you've got Band on the Run, and in the 16 seed, you've got the 2009 single-only release, I Want to Come Home, which was in the film Everybody's Fine.
That is right, and and also if you guys are playing along, let us know what you guys picked for this first round as well. So this for me, this is the blowout.
40 point win.
Yeah. Obviously, I Want to Come Home. No, I was just kidding. Band on the Run. I mean, this is just total domination here. And I Want to Come Home. I mean, obviously they had to do a play-in, right? We didn't do that, so we just they won the play-in, and they were just happy to be there.
They got in. They got a cookie. They got a taste, and they got in. And then Band on the Run just whacked them on the head and blew them out by 40.
Yeah, Band on the Run.
Okay. Ditto for me as well. That's a Band on the Run sweep. Let's head on over to the Dirty Mac bracket. And in the 116 matchup there, you've got Listen to What the Man Said, a #1 single from the summer of 75, butting up against another standalone only single released in 2014, Hope for the Future, which was featured in the video game Destiny.
Yes.
So that is a clean. That's another blowout for Listen to What the Man Said for me, Thomas.
Yeah. Listen to What the Man Said. Takes care of business in the first round, and Hope of the Future didn't have a chance.
No,
for the future brackets in the.
It did not. It did not. All right, Plastic Mac region in the 116 matchup. Silly Love Songs against a song that I know you really like, Get Enough. What say you?
I mean, I like it for the most part, but again,
up against that.
The juggernaut that was Silly Love Songs, the song that was on everybody's radio during the 76 tour, The Wings Over America, and Silly all the way.
All the way. That's a slam dunk. Silly Love Songs way over Get Enough, which was Get Enough was that the New Year's Eve drop song, Tom?
Yes.
Back in 2019.
Yep.
Right. Yep. All part of the Egypt Station leftover stuff. So we're 3 for 3 so far. Over to the Paul Ramon bracket. Okay, in the 116 matchup, you've got the UK #1 best-selling song of all time, still the best-selling non-charity single of all time, Mull of Kintyre, in the 1 seed against the Grammy-winning track Rockestra Theme from 1979's album Back to the Egg. Right. And this is Mull of Kintyre in another sweep, but not nearly as a clean a sweep as the other three would have been.
maybe, but you brought up a good point here about it's still the most selling non-charity single of all time, and the way things are now these days with streaming and whatnot, I don't think that'll ever be broken. I think
Mm-mm.
it'll always remain the best selling non-charity single
Right,
for
because
the
how are you
UK.
gonna factor in chart sales now with streaming? And I know they do
Right,
that. I know they do that with downloads and streaming, but it's not going to be the same as, I
right.
mean, physical media as that was. So again,
Hmm.
not Candle
Hmm.
in the Wind on 97, not Do They Know It's Christmas, and I think there was another one in there
Right.
too. But yeah, it's still the number one best-selling single in the UK, and rightfully so. So all the big heavy number one seeds went through so far as we thought they would in the first four brackets. Let's go back to Thrillington bracket, the first bracket in the first round. In the 8-9 matchup, you've got I've Had Enough from London
Right.
Town going up against Letting Go from Venus and Mars. Two good album tracks. Letting Go was they both were singles. They both didn't do that great. Good album tracks. Thomas, what do you got?
Well, both the top 40 singles. 8 and 9. It's never. These are really never really upset. The
No.
8 and 9. You could always either go either way on these ones. And for me, I'm going with the number 9 seed, Letting Go.
Okay, with you on that one too, partner. Letting Go as well for me in the Thrillington bracket. Over to the
Mhm.
Dirty Mac bracket. This is going to be a good one. In the 8-9 matchup, you've got Girls School, the B
Yeah.
side to Mull of Kintyre, going up against Arrow Through Me, which was a single taken off of Back to the Egg from 1979. Tough one, but I got to go with Girls School on this one.
See, yeah, and this is tough for me too. I mean, I love both of these songs equally.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew when I saw this bracket, this was going to be a tough one for me. And I gotta tell you, I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go Arrow Through Me on this one.
Whoa!
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, that's that impressive.
I think
That was not an
they
easy
squeak
decision,
by.
man.
Right, they squeak by with
What? In
the
overtime?
clutch. No, no, just the last minute. They were down one, and the Arrow gets the last second bucket to get the win.
Yeah, a lot of
Um,
people split here. A lot of people going with Arrow
yeah,
Through Me. James Boyce with Girls School. This is a tough one. That's a
right,
tough one for sure.
yeah.
Nick went with
Highlight Jimmy's comment here for a second. Let's see.
yeah, maintaining its title as the best-selling UK single in chart history. Elton John's "Candle in the Wind" reigns supreme at number one. Yes, it does, but it was all donated to charity.
Right,
That's the thing, Jimmy. It is the best selling single, but it was all the proceeds were donated to a charity, Elton John's Foundation. So Mull of
right.
Kintyre was just a regular song single that it was not. The proceeds did not go anywhere.
Right.
It was not
Well, it
written.
went to most of it went to
Well,
Denny and Paul and Denny's pocket. I would imagine.
yeah, a little bit. Girls' school. Susan, Ellen, all with girls' school. Yeah, a lot of split ones there. World's number one EP enthusiast goes with Arrow Through Me as well. That's a tough call. Um,
Yep.
let's head over to the Plastic Mac bracket. Another
Okay.
one toss up in the 8-9 matchup between My Brave Face and London Town. What do we got? Oh, wait a minute. Did I say girls' school for me? I don't know if I said that. I don't know if I
Yeah, you
voted.
said girls' school for
Okay,
you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead for 8-9 matchup. You got My Brave Face, the leadoff track and number one single from 1989's Flowers in the Dirt, and the self-titled London Town track from London Town's
Right.
1978 album. What do you got?
I got My Brave Face on this one. I think
Oof.
I think people think this would be a close matchup, but I think My Brave Face comes out of it with a solid win. Not a huge blowaway, but they come out with the win.
Maybe like a 5-point win, 10-point win, maybe.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
A little tougher. This was tougher, but I got to go London Town on this one for me by
Yeah,
a hair.
yeah,
London Town by a hair because My Brave Face equally a great song, but for me, London Town holds a little bit of a special place. James Boyce, yeah, very close. Okay, over to the Paul Ramon bracket. Okay, in the 8-9 matchup, we've got a couple novelty tracks here. We've got in the 8 seed, Mary Had a Little Lamb, which was the second Wings single in 1972, and then Wonderful Christmas Time, which was really, it was Paul by himself, but Wings performed it.
Right.
So, what do you got?
Well, this I'm going with Wonderful Christmas Time. Listen, Mary Had a Little Lamb is nice, and we've talked about the musicianship and the chord structures and all that stuff in that song before. But Wonderful Christmas Time, I mean, it's for me, it's during Christmas time, it's just infectious, and you got to hear it at least 100 times or whatever. But I dig it. I dig it.
All right. No surprise for me. I'm going with Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Well,
No surprise, because easily. Brad is with you. Wonderful, not even close. Tom, I'm with Tom. Yeah, that's a lot of polarizing opinions on that one. So that is that for the Paul Ramon bracket. Back up to Thrillington. Okay, Susan says no contest for her. Wonderful Christmas Time. There you go. There you go, Tom. Exactly.
Yeah.
This is it right here, Tim.
Yeah.
The modulation
We've
at the
talked
end.
about that. Yeah,
Yes.
we've talked about that. Yeah.
That's why. Okay. Back to the Thrillington bracket. Okay, in the 5-12 matchup. Okay, you've got Hell on Wheels and Old from which was on the American version of Band on the Run, but also a single, and
Right.
Old Siam Sir, which was a single taken off of Back to the Egg. Tom.
Yes, for me, this was a runaway. I think Helen Wheels all the way, and I don't think Old Siam Sir had a chance.
Ooh, I'm totally opposite with you on that one. I can't stand Hell on Wheels. I don't like Hell on Wheels, so I went with Old Siam Sir in a blowout.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Had to go with Old Siam Sir just because it's so different. That Paul's vocals on it are so scratchy and different.
Yeah.
And a little punky. Hell on Wheels, I'm sorry, it's not a good song, and I'm so glad that it was off the UK Man on the Run. The right one, by the way, not the American one. Okay, Dirty Mac bracket, 5-12 matchup. Okay, you've got the 1985 single, which was also taken from the same film, Spies Like Us, which Paul did the song for, going up against a single from 1980 taken from McCartney 2, Temporary Secretary. Thomas.
Yes, I'm going Spies Like Us with this one all the way.
In a like close or not really?
No. I mean, not necessarily a blowout, but a solid win. I think Spies Like Us is just the better song. Period. I mean, they're the better team. I would say.
Yeah.
If you want to call these teams Spies Like Us, I think is just it's just a better team.
Yeah, I think we're most people are in agreement on this one. I think even in the comments here, everybody likes Temporary Secretary. I'm with you and all of our viewers here. Temporary Secretary in a landslide as well in the Dirty Mac region. Down to the Plastic Mac bracket. Okay, here we go. Got a biggie in this one. Hey, look who just turned in for this song too. There he is. His song is. We're going to talk about his song right now. In the 5-12 matchup in the Plastic Macs, we've got No More Lonely Nights, the leadoff single from the 1984 film, Give My Regards to Broad Street, going up against the leadoff track of Press to Play and a single, Stranglehold. Tom, I think I know how you're going to go for this one.
Yeah, it's No More Lonely Nights. This is a blowout win right here. And it wasn't pretty.
I think that might make it to a final or two, maybe in one of the two of these brackets.
It
might.
Very well could.
It might. That's another. They could have had a 1 seed. It really could have, but we only had 4 to go with. That really could have been a 1 seed almost.
Right.
It could have. With you on that as well. No More Lonely Nights easily. Yes, Brad Gilmore with the guitar solo on the outro. Yeah, that's another slam dunk as well. Yeah, no, Stranglehold and No More Lonely Nights get exactly. Okay, Paul Ramon bracket in the 5-12 matchup. Okay. Great single from the 1982 album Tug of War, Take It Away, going up against another good strong single and a good video too from Flowers in the Dirt, the gentle acoustic ballad Put It There. What do you got?
Yeah, this is a no-brainer. The favorite, Take It Away. They take the win. on this one for me.
Easily. Yep.
Yeah.
And I think we'll all agree on some of the big ones. When we get to some of those seeds that are like 8, 9, where there could be a toss-up, some of these are easily, and again, you got to go with, it's tough. Okay, so now we have done, now we're going to go back up to the Thrillington bracket and go to, the 4-13 matchup. So seated at number 4 is the 1974 single release only Junior's Farm, going up against the 1993 single and album track Off the Ground. This one I think is going to be another slam dunk, Tom.
Yeah, this was another slam dunk. This is probably like the Harlem Globetrotters versus just, a bunch of scrubs. Junior's Farm by a mile, absolutely.
Yeah, by a country ham mile. Yes, Junior's.
There you go. I love it.
Junior's Farm for me as well, easily. Dirty Mac bracket. Okay, you've got the 1976 single from Wings at the Speed of Sound, Let 'Em In. And the 1993 single from Off the Ground as well. Come on, people. Wait a minute. Hold on. We've got.
Look at this.
We got some. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. So, yeah. Susan goes for Off the Ground over Junior's Farm. Wow. So did Jimmy. Wow. Interesting. Junior. So we got some upset. Off the Ground. No, Susan. Susan, we love Susan. She's like hardcore fan. Hey, listen. If that's what you like, then that's great.
That is excellent. I love it.
Wow.
Absolutely love it.
Tim's got no love for Off the Ground. I know Tom doesn't either, but he does now.
The song, I love the song. That's why I hated it being against Junior's Farm, but that's why
another vote for Off the Ground.
Oh.
Wow, against Junior's Farm?
Wow.
Disgraziad. Oh.
All right. Where are we at?
So we were up to Let 'Em In and Come On People in the Dirty Mac bracket on the 4-13 matchup. What do you got?
Listen, I'm happy for everybody that loves Come On People. I'm totally happy. For me, it tries too hard. Let 'Em In, so fun, so commercial, so sing along. I'm Let It In all day long over Come On People.
Okay. Looks like Susan's got a big love for Off the Ground. Susan voted for Come On People over Let 'Em In. I gotta say, I'm gonna vote for you with Let 'Em In. As a kid, that was one of the first songs I discovered as a kid that was just instantly recognizable. Let 'Em In was on all the best. It was. I think I even discovered that before Silly Love Song. So that's another easy win. Let 'Em In over Come On People in the Dirty Mac bracket. Let's see. Let's catch up with some comments here. Come On People's top tier. Let 'Em In is miles behind. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Tom Brennan's got Come On People.
Yeah.
Let's see. Tim's got Come On People as well over Let 'Em In. Wow. Hey, I'm with you, Susan. Let's go. Hey, this would be the year. This would be it. This would be 30 years this year for that. So let's go.
30th anniversary.
Let's go.
I'll take it as long as the archive collection continues. I don't care which one they put out.
Just keep it going.
I really don't. Yeah.
Susan's one of those people that picks teams based on mascots. Oh man. Thank you, Ed. Thank you very much.
He was talking about a particular hair growth that
the pepper.
You need a little help though. You need to get that Chia Pet.
I know. Chia. Please.
Thank you, James. And that was exactly what exactly.
Very true. Very true. Yeah. Okay, let's shoot down to the Plastic Mac bracket in the 4-13 matchup.
Yes.
Tough one here. Very tough one here. Okay, you've got the 1979 standalone single, Good Night Tonight, against the 1997 single and album cut from Flaming Pie, Beautiful Night. This was a hard one. Tom, go.
This was the first big major upset in my bracket right here. So I went with, as much as I love Good Night Tonight, I love Beautiful Night that much better, or that's much more, I should say. So I went with Beautiful Night. They squeaked by. This would be a close one. I'm sure. Hopefully, it might be close to a close one to everybody else watching. But this was, yeah, beautiful night for me
Yeah,
for the win.
very tough, and I'm simpatico with you, partner.
Yeah,
It was a toss up. I mean, I love Good Night Tonight. I really like the 7 minute version of it, long the
right,
full extended one. But
right.
Beautiful Night holds such a special place for McCartney fans and what it represents and what it is, and just that
Mhm.
it's a great song. It nudges out Good Night Tonight just for me.
Right.
Let's take a look
Yeah.
at some of the comments here. Good Night Tonight. Let's see. Matt goes with Good Night Tonight. The bass riff in Good Night
Yes.
Tonight is awesome.
Yes.
James went with Good Night Tonight as well. Susan, yeah, I think Susan's on the same page with us there as well. Yeah, Ellen went with Good Night Tonight. Okay.
Mm.
Day Tripper went with Beautiful Night. Tom Brennan went with Beautiful Night. Ed went with Good Night Tonight. Nick went with Beautiful Night. Yeah. Tim went with No Thought Required. Yeah. Brad would said
Yeah.
Good Night Tonight and the Squeaker. Yeah, and for that reason alone, it's Linda's last appearance in a video. That's
Mm.
why. That was a very good pairing of two songs in that bracket. Okay, over to
Right.
the Paul Ramon bracket. Okay, in the 413 matchup. Okay, Paul's first single that he
Yep.
ever issued. Okay, 1971, Another Day, going up against a nice single from Press to Play's 1986 album, Only Love Remains. So,
Mm.
Tom,
Another day.
Another Day.
Another day.
Close or
All the
not?
way. I mean, listen. Only Love Remains is nice. It's a nice song. I don't consider it top tier. Although I am warming, although I have been warming up to it in recent years. Only Love
Well,
Remains.
because I
So
know it's got
another,
that 80s sax,
yeah.
which I know you hate.
No, I only hate it when Paul uses it. I love 80s sax in every other song,
Except
uh,
his.
except for when Paul uses it. But take it. I mean, sorry, Another Day all the way.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's a song that I think he kind of forgot there for a while too, but he then started playing
Right.
it again live for a little bit there. Um, this one is too tough. Veto. Yeah. Yeah, it's Another Day for me. Susan went with the underdog in Only Love
Wow.
Remains. Wow. Interesting. So did Brad.
Yeah.
Brad mild upset
Wow.
with Only Love Remains. Listen. It's not. It's one of the highlights on Press to Play for sure.
Yes. 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 Yes.
But yeah, Another Day I think is the one
Right.
for me as well. Back
Yeah.
up to the Thrillington bracket. Okay,
All right.
in the 6-11 matchup, we've got the live version of Maybe I'm
Right.
Amazed, issued in 1977, not the one from McCartney, the studio track. So because we were
Right.
thinking singles, right, which was a top 10 single. So the live
Yes.
version of Maybe I'm Amazed, which I'm sure we've all has been played out to death, ad nauseum, going up against another Press to Play cut and was a single, and the single release was better than the album version, and that is Pretty Little Head. Be curious to see how this goes, but we'll see. It should be a landslide, but we'll see.
Yeah. Hey, Tone. For me, it's Maybe I'm Amazed, the live version. I think Jimmy knocks it out of the park. His guitar solo is killer. Paul's vocals are just top notch on this one. However, I do love the single version of Pretty Little Head, which I think we all can agree is better than the album cut.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've got an upset here. I'm going with Pretty Little Head over Maybe I'm Amazed.
Oh,
I'm going with Pretty Little Head is gonna upset Maybe I'm Amazed. The 11 seed's gonna knock off the 6 seed. Yeah, I think
right.
Pretty Little Head in the single version or even the 12-inch remix by John Pertoker. That is, yeah, I got to go with Pretty Little Head. I'm going with Pretty Little Head over Maybe I'm Amazed. Yeah, there I said it. See, so little upset. Yes.
Wow.
And that a little bit of a fatigue factor was in that decision as well. But for me, Pretty Little Head knocks out the live version. Now, if it was the studio version, maybe not. We'll see.
Mm.
Let's see some
Okay.
comments here. Nick, Maybe I'm Amazed not even fair. Ursa Major upset. Yes.
You're upset. Wow. I love
I
it.
did. I paid off who? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I didn't see nothing. Yeah, Tone. Yeah, maybe the best version out there. But for me, I've grown to really like the Pretty Little Head single and the remix. So that's what I did with it. Let's go over to the Dirty Mac bracket. Same seed, 6 and 11. Okay, another 1972 Wings single, High, High, High. Okay, going up against the 1980 single release from McCartney 2, Waterfalls. Tomas?
Blowout win for High, High, High. This is not even close. And yeah, Waterfalls didn't have a chance. Again, another team that was just happy to be there.
Just happy to be in the tournament. Take your little appearance and go.
Yeah.
Another upset here. I'm going Waterfalls over High, High, High. Sorry. Joe Mayo, that pick was just for you. Waterfalls in an upset. Thank you, James Boyce. Thank you, Susan.
Wow.
These are my people. I
wow.
love it. Yeah, baby. And Ed too.
Well,
I got Ed on the train as well.
Wow. Well, good thing we got you got
some support though.
We got Doc. We got Day Tripper here.
Yeah. You got some support. You got some support for your high, high, high. But
but some upsets there. I think that's great. I think that's great.
Susan, love you, babe. Yeah. Well, that's all right, Alan. You probably just heard Waterfalls for the first time the other day when you listened to it. You just you're new on the Macca train, so it's okay. It's okay. No problem. So let's go down to the Plastic Mac bracket. Okay, in the 6-11 matchup. No, I'm not. I like Waterfalls. Oh, Brad, it was the trendy upset pick. Yeah, it was like they were the Cinderella team, right? When you watch the March Madness, who's the Cinderella team? Who's gonna win the one that's gonna get all the way? Is it Waterfalls? Yes. Maybe. It might be. Yes. Tone. Disgrats, Tone. Plastic Mac region 6-11 matchup. Okay, UK only issued single Once Upon a Long Ago against a single from Off the Ground in 1993. Hope of Deliverance. What do you got?
Well, this one was close for me, as I've been really appreciating Hope of Deliverance more and more these last few years. But I'm going with Once Upon a Long Ago.
Was it close or not really?
It was close. This is a squeak, but this was like a 5-point win or something like that. I mean, it was a really close battle, tied at halftime, and it was going back and forth there. But in the last 2 minutes, Once Upon a Long Ago pulled away.
Not such the case for me here. This was a 35-point, 40-point win easily.
Oh, wow.
Slam dunk for Once Upon a Long Ago over Hope of Deliverance. Not even close. Hope of Deliverance, take your cookie appearance and exit stage right. Thank you. Let's check some comments here. Day Tripper's got Once Upon a Long Ago. Brad's got Hope of Deliverance. Ed's got Hope of Deliverance as an upset. Nick's got Once Upon a Long Ago. Jimmy's got Once Upon a Long Ago. Tim's got Hope of Deliverance. Doc's got Once Upon a Long Ago. Susan's got it in a nail biter.
Yeah.
Susan's got it in a little bit of a nail biter. James says it's easily. Yeah. Yeah.
Brennan's got what did Brennan have? Yeah, Hope of Deliverance.
Probably missed that one. Tone's got Once Upon a Long Ago. Of course he does. Yes, I do. I like my ballads, Tim. I do. Alan went with Hope of Deliverance. Yeah, good smattering of opinions there. Over to the Paul Ramon bracket in the matchup of the 6-11 matchup. Okay. We got Steve. Just put Once Upon a Long Ago in the Final Four to save time. Yes. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Just get it. Just go right to the Final Four. Just go. Yes.
That's funny.
We've got the 1984 UK only release of We All Stand Together, and Figure of Eight from Flowers in the Dirt, a single version which was different than the album version from Flowers in the Dirt. Thomas.
Well, that could be it could be my my Cinderella team. I'm going with Figure of Eight. Love
upset.
The track. And an upset, I mean, We All Stand Together is nice, but I'm going with Figure of Eight.
Okay. I'm gonna go with "We All Stand Together"
Of
over
course.
"Figure of Eight." Yes,
Mm.
I am. Give me. Well, "We All Stand Together" over that. It's easy to theme. "We All Stand Together." Mary Had a Little Lamb. Waterfalls. It flows for me.
Right.
Matt Smith. I'll go with "Honky Tonk Women." Tim, I'll take Montgomery Moon Delight for 1 million, Alex. Oh, I like Brad here. We all stand together in double overtime. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. All right, Brad.
Wow.
I think it's most people are going with "Figure of Eight" though. Any version,
Hmm.
"Figure of Eight," "Figure of Eight," "Figure of Eight." Yeah, tough one for sure. Back up to the Thrillington bracket.
All right.
Okay, we've got 3 more games in each region here. So 3, 6, 9. So we've got 12 more games to go until we get to the second round. Okay, and in the 3-14 matchup, we've got in the number 3 seed, we've got the mega hit from 1982, Ebony and Ivory, paired going up against the single release and the self-titled track of the 2013 album New. Thomas.
Cinderella story. New
Oh,
upset over Ebony and
you're
Ivory.
going to go with New over Ebony and Ivory. Okay.
I'm going new. Yes, absolutely over Ebony and Ivory. Ebony and Ivory went in there. They were a little cocky there. They didn't take new seriously. Okay. And what it's new. They had a great halftime speech. They went out. They were probably down 10. They came back, and it was just total second half domination from new.
Oh wow!
Going on.
And you've got some love there too. James Boyce
You
says
damn
New.
right I do. You
Dave Trimmer
damn right
says
I do.
New. Tim likes New. Ellen Lanza says New. Tony says
Right.
New. Doc says New. Wow, you got a lot of support there, brother. New.
Right.
New. Wow, very good. And Foghorn here. I'm going with Ebony and Ivory, the favorite, the big favorite. Knocked it out of the park. 40-point win. Thanks for coming. Adios. Adios. Thanks for coming. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Go straight to jail. Get out of here. Ebony loses just for the keyboards. Tom Brennan calls it a toss up.
Okay.
Yeah. Give me Ebony and Ivory over 2013's New. It's about the ending. Yeah. New to me is just Penny Lane 2.0.
I don't believe that.
That's what I thought the minute I heard it. That's what it sounds like to me.
Okay.
All right, Dirty Mac bracket. Okay, this should be a landslide. Okay.
Yes.
Number 3 seed. You've got the single from '83 and the title of the album, "Pipes of Peace," going up against "My Valentine" from the single taken from Kisses on the Bottom in 2012, which is still in his set list over 10 years later.
Yes.
Go.
And this is not even that. This was a joke. This is Pipes of Peace all the way.
Yep. Same here, brother. Pipes of Peace. They go right. That's a landslide win as well. Let's see what people say here as well. Matt Smith has Pipes. If anybody picks My Valentine, hey, all the way. Pipes of Peace.
And there it is.
Is he going? Is that your pick there, Ed? Are you going to go with My Valentine? And a number 1 single, which is why we included UK number 1s in our bracket. As we know, this was the B-side to So Bad here in America. So So Bad didn't really chart that well. So
vice versa there in UK.
Right. Yeah, Ed went with My Valentine. I think it's the only vote so far. Ellen, landslide, Pipes, no contest. Tim, it's like Nickelback.
Nice.
Yes, it is. Steve went with Pipes as well. I think most of us are on the same page there. Okay, down to the Plastic Mac bracket in the 3-14 matchup. We've got the second solo single credited to Paul and Linda McCartney, whose wedding anniversary is today, as somebody pointed. I think Tom Brennan told us at the top of the broadcast. Uncle Albert, Albert Halsey, against the opening track of Chaos and Creation from 2005, Fine Line. Thomas?
The first number 1 in Paul's storied, 50-plus year career as a solo artist, it's got to be Uncle Albert, Admiral Halsey.
Ditto, brother. Same as you. Let's see the comments roll in here. I would, Fine Line's a nice track, but you're gonna go up against,
yeah.
yeah, and of course it gets included on Wings Greatest, right? Along with Another Day. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Uncle Albert. Susan said it was close. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Tone says Uncle Albert. Ed goes with the upset. Yep. And as does Tim.
Right.
Tim goes with the upset. Steve and Jimmy. Let's see. Oh, there's another vote for Fine Line.
Wow.
Another vote for Fine Line. Overplayed to death. Since when? When was the last time you heard Uncle Albert played on an FM radio station? Come on. 20 years ago? Tough call. Uncle Albert never really liked Fine Line. Yeah. He's got a lot of upsets. Yeah. Ellen would have been fun. Now I know she knows Uncle Albert because I know she knows that song, but she must like Fine Line better. Oh. Okay. Yes. Over to the final region there in that matchup. Okay. Paul Ramon bracket, the 314 Jet from 1973, up against the single from 2007 from memory almost full, Dance Tonight. Go.
Jet.
Yes.
Jet.
Jet. Same here. That's a landslide win. Just advance them to the Elite Eight already.
Yes. Yep. Or second.
Second round. Advance them. Yep. Jet. There's some votes for Jet. Jimmy says Fine Line is Young Boy again. Nice analysis. Mm-hmm. Brad said Jet in a close one over Dance Tonight. Okay.
Interesting.
Yep. Jet easily. Jet. Yeah. And Tone. There we go with Jet easily.
This is cool because I like this because you get to see what other people. I mean, when people say it's close, then you get a sense of, that they like both songs in that bracket, and that's kind of cool to see.
Yeah. Another vote for Dance Tonight, bringing back the mandolin to the forefront. Yeah. Very cool. Those are some surprising picks. Okay, back up to Thrillington bracket region. I'm sorry, and in the 7 and 10 matchup, you've got Wings' first single, "Give Ireland Back to the Irish," going up against the single from Flowers in the Dirt in 1989. In the 10 seed, you've got this one.
I'm saying that this is going to be an upset. 10-7 again. When you get into these higher seeds or lower seeds or whatever, it's anybody's game, and I think this one comes out with not necessarily an easy win, but they come out with the win.
Close, yeah. This was yeah. I'm with you, partner. This one edges out Give Ireland Back to the Irish, in a squeaker. In a squeaker. This was a tough one, but again, 7-10 matchup, so it could go either way. Let's see. Yep, looks like a lot of love for this one. The votes are coming in. This one, Doc, Ed, Brad, Susan, Tone. Yep, James.
Oh, wow.
You can't. There is no tie. You got to play till there's a winner.
Right.
It's a tournament,
See, and Worlds Eat #1 EP. I love that because you know what? That's like if you're gonna do a protest song, you don't come out and say how tremendous that is that you're protesting.
Right. Yeah. But I'm not surprised with the most of the votes came in for this one as well. Can it go till penalties? If we were playing proper.
Well, if you're doing soccer, right? Or what
football.
Are you doing?
Football, as they call it, as it's properly known over there.
Yeah.
Penalty kicks, PKs, Tone.
Yeah.
Tell you what, we'll do this again, and maybe we'll do a World Cup version next year, and we'll get Tone on, and we'll do it live with Tone. We'll do a World Cup version next time there's a World Cup. Over to the Dirty Mac bracket. Okay. 7-10 matchup. Getting Closer, a single from Back to the Egg in 1979, up against a single from Flaming Pie, In the World Tonight from 1997. Tom.
Getting Closer. Just always love that rock song. People say that World Tonight is a good upbeat rock song. I just don't. It's never done anything for me. the World Tonight. I've never been the biggest fan of that song,
Even the
but it's okay. Yeah.
yeah, it looks like a lot of people are coming in with Getting Closer, and I'm with you on the same page. Getting Closer in a fairly 10-point win. Matt Smith Getting Closer. Susan. Yeah, because it's a 7-10 matchup. I don't think it's a huge upset because it's seeded kind of closer. Yeah.
The best thing about World Tonight for me is the lyric, "I go back so far, I'm in front of me." That's my favorite part of that song.
Yep.
Other than that, I
no, there's another one. There's another bracket buster. Bracket buster, Ed Crawford going with the World Tonight as an upset. I got to go look at it because he sent me his bracket. I got to go look at it again.
Right.
When Paul was on Colbert in 2019, the house playing Getting Closer as he walked in. Wow. Probably didn't even remember that he wrote it. Getting Closer. Yeah. Getting Closer. Ooh. Tone's got World Tonight over because it doesn't have any Salamander lyrics in it. Yeah. Tony also went with World Tonight.
Excellent.
Wow.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Down to the Plastic Mac bracket, 7-10 matchup. We've got the single edit of Venus and Mars paired with Rock Show going up against a number 10 seed, which really could be another one that's kind of is lopsided. Backseat of My Car, which was only a single in the UK, was not issued in America, and they're in the 10 seed. So I'm thinking that this is going to be a lot of people are going to go Backseat of My Car easily over Venus and Mars Rock Show edit. The edit, mind you, now, so it's not the same as the album version. Tom, do you even have to say it?
And you're right, easily. Backseat of My Car. This was a blowout win for me. Just Backseat just destroyed the 7 seed, and this was not even close.
Again, a case where a UK only single. Doc went with Venus and Mars because it's All Right Tonight. So did Nick. Yep. Tom Brennan went with the Backseat of My Car. Same thing. I agree. I know Susan's going to agree too because I know that's it. Yep. Because that was her number one song as well as mine when we did the top 101. I knew you were going to pick that, Susan. So did Steve. So did Tom Brennan. So did Tone. Backseat of My Car, just for the simple fact they ruined the Venus and Mars with that edited version. Yeah, they did. Oh, God. Oh. Yeah. I
love the LP version though. I love that little coda at the end. Get your wood on. We going straight. We got a date.
Come on, man. We're going down to the Rock Show.
Yep.
Yeah. If that had been the full version of Rock Show, it might have had a puncher's chance, but I don't think it still would have upset the Backseat of My Car, which is one of the best of all time. If there wasn't an edit, it would be closer. Yeah, a little bit closer, but not much. Over to the Paul Ramon bracket, 7-10 matchup. We've got the single Press from Press to Play going up against the single and title of the 1982 album, Tug of War. Tom?
Yeah, I'm going Press with this one. Yeah. Tug of War is nice, but
I know you're not the hugest fan of the whole pushing and pulling thing.
Song. Oh yeah, the pushing and pulling is just that's got to go. But Press all the way, all the way,
and I would say, and that's a. I mean, I know they're favored; they were the 7 seed, but I'm going to go with Tug of War on that one. Okay. Hands down. George Martin production, all about it. In years to come, they may discover what the air we breathe and life we lead are all about. That one, that just for that lyric alone, right there.
Right.
Oh, I just lost the comment. Where did it go, Tim? No Oklahoma for you. Yeah, I'm with you, brother. Yep, easily went. Yeah, Tone, I'm with you, Steve. Yep, as well. Tug of War. Yep, exactly. Yep. All right, back on up to Thrillington bracket. Okay, this is the last. So we're entering the last round of the first, all of the seeds of the first round. So this is the 2-15 matchup. So for the next 4 brackets, it's going to be really a high seed against a really lower seed here. And in the last game of the first round of the Thrillington bracket, we've got the full-length version, because it was released that way, of the 1978 single from London Town, With a Little Luck, paired up against the little engine that could, Jenny Wren, at 15 from Chaos and Creation in the Backyard. Let's see. But there might be some interesting choices here.
There might be, but this one for me goes to overtime with a little luck coming out with the victory. There was a
Overtime.
Jenny Wren had a chance with this one. I'm telling you, Jenny Wren had a chance, but with a little luck, they came out and they played hard, and they came out with the win. I think with a little luck, kind of took Jenny Wren not too seriously.
Oh, they underestimated him.
They underestimated them, but they ended up they got their heads on straight, and then it came out.
Yeah, look at Susan. Susan has Jenny Wren by a nose.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow. Now we're going the full version here.
Yes.
Here's my man. By 50, I'm with him. By 50 over Jenny Wren. Now we got another vote though. Tone likes Jenny Wren. Now, Tone, why? Is it just because you heard With a Little Luck so much that you got tired of it? I thought you would have been a slam dunk for With a Little Luck. I did. Day Tripper. Yeah. Oh, Tim's got Jenny Wren as well. Doc, Nick, Tom Brennan. Jimmy says Jenny Wren. Ed's got the full version of With a Little Luck all the way. Somebody said that if it was the edited version, Mr. EP said if it was the edited version, it would lose. I would agree with that. If it was the edited version up against Jenny Wren, I would go with that.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I saw our friend Groovy Lisa on there. I just want to say hi to Groovy.
Oh, I might have missed it. I might have missed it. He loves Luck. He just likes the Lionel because it's close. Okay. Good enough. Okay.
Excellent.
Let's move on over to the Dirty Mac bracket. Okay. We've got the Mega Mac and Jack Wonder Potion there at number 2 with Say from 1983's Pipes of Peace going up against the second single from Memory Almost Full in 2007, Ever Present Past. And I'm going to be very curious to see some votes here on this one. I
was just going to say that. I'm very curious to see if people are going to go with an upset, but I am going with the juggernaut that was Say. I still find it very catchy tune, but Ever Present Past is a great song too, but I think Say just comes out with the win.
Yep. Big win for Say here. I like Ever Present Past. Maybe not by 50 like that one. I'd call it maybe a 10 or 15 point win. And we got some love for Ever Present Past.
Yes, that's great. I love it.
Day Tripper, Ed, Tom Brennan. Wow, a lot of upsets here. A lot of upsets here. Very cool. Ever Present Past by miles. Wow. Very good. This is cool. This is why this is fun to do that as well. Ever Present Past again. Wow. Yeah. So I'm gonna have. So I bumped them all for also over to that. Let's go down to the Plastic Mac region. In the last game of that region, we've got exactly the loudness war, as Steve says here.
Yes.
The loudness, all the music on Memory Most Full needs to be de-brickwalled because it's just too damn loud. It's too damn loud, and that'll fix it. Maybe we'll get a remix on an archive. 2:15 matchup in the Plastic Mac region. We've got the live version of Coming Up, which was a U.S. number 1 from 1980, against the leadoff single, one of the leadoff singles from 2018's Egypt Station, I Don't Know. Tom.
Yes. I went with Coming Up on this one. For me, this is a blowout win right here.
2:15. Big hit against something that is a good song, but did not do what nearly Coming Up did. Yep. Same with you. What we got here? Well, he goes, I don't know. We have a vote for I don't know, don't we? Yeah. Coming up. Yeah. Coming Up in a blowout as well for me as well. Ed goes against the grain again with I don't know. Steve said it was very close, but he gives the edge up to Coming Up. Yeah. It wasn't a landslide win for me because I do really enjoy I don't know. Tone says coming up, and only because it's the live version, which is miles better than the McCartney 2 version.
I disagree with that.
Yeah, I'm
But
with you
that's
too.
great. I love that you love the live version.
Yeah. Susan says, I don't know. It's a latter day classic. I agree. I just don't know if it had the strength to overtake coming up from
I would be
1980.
curious to see how a song like that, if Paul released a song like that in his like peak years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As in single success. 70s and first half of the 80s. I was
Mm-hmm.
curious if that would do, anything.
I don't. It might have. See, that debunks all you people that said I go for the ballads. See, I went with coming
Yeah.
up over I don't know. See, so
Well, coming up is kind of like a ballad, but just a more up-tempo ballad.
yeah. Paul Ramon bracket. Okay.
All right, so was that it for the first round then?
This
right?
is the last game in the first round. Yes.
Okay.
This is the last game in the first round, and it's My Love, the mega hit single from '73, up against the single from Driving Rain, probably one of the best songs on Driving Rain, and there are a few, and that's Your Loving Flame. So let's hear how this one goes.
The Whoa 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 Whoas win in a landslide.
Yeah. The Whoa 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 Whoas win easily over. Although Your Loving Flame is a great song, and
I think so.
It was a comfortable win. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my love as well. Looks like we'll see how the votes trickle in here, and that's it. With the first round is done. James Voice says My Love, although I'm not a fan of either song.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah. The first real big success for Wings. Tim goes with Your Loving Flame. There's a vote for. Yep. And another one for Your Loving Flame from our EP3 friend. My Love by a Country Mile sets up a Titan clash in rounds 2 and there you go. That's why we do the game, folks. It's the league. This is why we do it.
Yes.
Another vote for Your Loving Flame. Cool. So now we've made our first round picks, and all of our songs are now into the second round, and we're gonna play this round, and that's gonna take us to the Sweet 16, and then we're gonna call it, and then we'll resume next week to finish it. To finish it as well.
So we'll have to do this one a little differently because we've got different tracks here and there sprinkled in. So we'll just have to say what our teams are and then what the winner will be. You know what I mean?
Right. Going into this.
Yeah.
Right. So you pick your teams, your songs, and you choose the winner, and then we just leave it there.
Right. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Right. So you want to go back to the start?
So we're going to go back to the Thrillington bracket. If you're looking at your bracket, you printed it out, or you're looking at it, we're in the second round of the Thrillington bracket. So most of you all had Band on the Run as the heavy favorite. So I've got Band on the Run going up against Letting Go, and I'm giving the nudge to Band on the Run by a hair. Tom.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I have to agree with you. I've got Band on the Run versus Letting Go, and I'm saying Band on the Run continues its dominant run here.
Okay. Over to the Dirty Mac bracket in the second round. Okay. Tom, what do you got?
In the second, I got Listen to What the Man Said was versus Arrow Through Me. Now this is another. This is another tough one for me. Arrow Through Me was a 9. Listen to What the Man Said was number 1. But in the long run, I gotta go with Listen to What the Man Said, just barely squeaking by.
Wow. Okay. Just barely squeaking by. Okay.
Yes.
I've got Listen to What the Man Said going up against Girls' School, and I went with Girls' School. Over with the upset. Over Listen to What the Man Said. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. I've got Girls' School. It was that 8 seed that is just, the upset. The upset pick. And I've got Girls' School upsetting Listen to What the Man Said. That. So let's see what we got here. Let's catch up with some comments. Susan went with Listen to What the Man Said. Arrow Through Me. And if you want to send us your brackets, we can probably share them at some point too. If you played along with us and you filled them in or whatever. We'll post them on our page so we can see everybody who played. If you want to, you can.
Yep.
All right,
Absolutely.
my man Steve, with me on that one. Arrow through me. Yep. Girls' school and girls' school. Okay. Over down to the Plastic Mac region in the second round. Most of us all had silly love songs. We had silly love songs and Get Enough. Tom, what did you have?
I had Silly Love Songs versus My Brave Face. And again, this was another juggernaut of silly love songs, just overpowering my brave face, and silly just beat him silly,
Beat 'em
really.
silly. Beat 'em silly.
Beat him silly.
Yeah. I
Yeah. So again, it was silly love songs versus my brave face, and I picked silly love songs.
All right. I had silly love songs going up against London Town, and London Town pulls the upset.
Mm,
London Town pulls the upset over silly love
wow.
songs.
Oh my God. Oh.
Yep. That's what I'm
Oh.
talking about, Tone. Tone. Yeah.
Oh.
Just barely. Just barely.
Mm.
Just barely.
Oh, Day Tripper with My Brave Face. My God.
Yep. Wow. Matt Smith,
Hmm.
London Town. Yep. There you go. Steve says good one for you. Virtual high five, Tone. Okay. Over to the Paul Ramon second round seating. Okay. Go ahead, Tom. What'd you have?
So I had Mull of Kintyre versus Wonderful Christmas Time. And as much as I like Christmas Time, I like Mull of Kintyre. And you know what? It's funny. How did you feel about Mull of Kintyre the first time? Was that a grower for you, or
No.
did I mean, did you like it right away, or do you still not like it, or what do you?
Mull of Kintyre?
Yeah.
That was instant. Loved it. Heard love at first
No.
sight.
Okay.
Didn't have to grow on me one bit. Played it on
So
Wings Greatest as on vinyl as a kid and was like, yeah, that's a great song. Why?
yeah.
It took you a while?
Um, not long, not long. Again, maybe it was just the bagpipes that I didn't care for, but now I
Oh,
adore it. You know,
that's a home
it,
run.
but Mulligan Tire easily over Wonderful Christmas Time.
Yep.
Both with blah for time.
Both are blah. So I've got Mull of Kintyre
Yeah.
and going up against Mary Had a Little Lamb. This was very hard for me. This was
Mm.
hard. This was hard for me, but I went with Mull of Kintyre.
Okay. All
I went with
right.
Mull of Kintyre, and I couldn't, I just couldn't, I couldn't do it. And
Mm-hmm.
the bagpipes are great, and there's a reason why it's the
Yes.
best selling non-charity single. So that takes care of that. Now we have to go back to the Thrillington bracket.
Correct.
So go ahead.
Correct. And then, so I had Helen Wheels going up against Junior's Farm. So Helen Wheels was the 5 and Junior's Farm was the 4. And I absolutely have to go with Junior's Farm. And that wasn't close. Junior's Farm just
Oh,
drove away with the win, with the win, and wasn't even close.
yeah. I had Old Siam Sir over Helen Wheels. So Old
Right.
Siam Sir was going up against Junior's Farm. That's a no contest. Junior's Farm is headed for a collision course with Band on
Yes.
the Run next
Yes.
week.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Dirty Mac bracket. Okay. I had Spies Like Us and Let 'Em In. No, I'm sorry. I had Temporary Secretary and Let 'Em In, and I went with Let 'Em In. What do you
Okay.
get?
And I had Spies Like Us, which was the 5 seed, going against Let 'Em In, which was the 4 seed, and I ended up going with Let Them In, Let Them In with the win.
Okay.
Let's check out some
Yes.
comments
Let's
here
see.
before
Let's see
we
some comments
continue.
here. Junior's Farm, annihilating. Yes, agreed. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Junior's Farm beats Helen Wheels. Old Siam Sir over Junior's Farm.
Wow.
Susan's got Old Siam Sir. Okay. Junior's, yeah, a lot of love for Junior's Farm. Okay. Temporary against Let 'Em In. Let 'Em In.
Let Them In.
Let 'Em
Okay.
In. Matt Smith says Spies over Let 'Em In.
I like that.
Come On People beating Temporary Secretary. That was the first round.
Okay.
Yeah, Junior's. Yeah, a lot of love for Junior's Farm as well. Let's shoot down to the Plastic Mac region, and this for me was No More Lonely Nights going up against Beautiful Night, and No More Lonely Nights edges Beautiful Night by a hair.
I will agree with you there. This was a tough one. I mean, listen, next week is going to be even tougher, but this
Oh,
one right here, No More Lonely Nights versus Beautiful Night. I mean, again, thanks to the wonderful work of Gilmore, just takes it over the edge over No More Lonely Nights.
yeah. Let's see what people say
It,
here.
that
Doc
the
goes
Gilmore,
Beautiful Nights.
yeah.
Let's see. Well, we already know yours yet. Susan goes with Beautiful Night over No More Lonely Nights. Doc, Matt Smith, Brad, No More Lonely Nights. Ellen, No More Lonely Nights. Nick, Beautiful Night. Okay, not a landslide. Yeah, I think we're on the same page with EP here. Barely,
Mm.
very close, very close. Um, yeah, he has No More Lonely Nights beating Good Night Tonight because he had Good Night Tonight winning over in
Lots
the
of
other
nights.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of nights. Beautiful Night, Good Night Tonight, No More Lonely Nights. Lots of
Nights.
nights. Lots of nights. Okay.
I love it.
Shooting over to the Paul Ramon bracket in the
Yes.
second. I had Take It Away going up against Only Love Remains, and I have Take It Away with a easy win.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, I had Take It Away, which was the 5 seed, over Another Day, which was the 4 seed, and I'm going with Take It Away as well. Just barely getting by.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't. It was only Another Day. I didn't have. It was not Only Love Remains. I was looking at the wrong
Yeah.
bracket. It was
Okay.
Take It Away against Another Day, and I have Take It Away easily beating that. What did you have, Tom?
I had Take It Away beating Another Day myself.
Right. It's okay. Same
Yeah.
page.
Yeah.
Okay. Only Love Remains beating Put It Here. Oh, he had Only Love Remains beat Put It There. Okay.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, I think Take It Away versus Another Day. It's the perfect pop song. One of his, I think, top 10. And we all know it. Okay. Back
I
up
think
to
it's great. I love the going to the McCartney Legacy book. I love because I didn't know that. I didn't really. I mean, obviously we know that the song was released in '71, but we didn't know that he released it on the first day of the trial.
the trial.
Paul versus the other three.
Mm-hmm.
That I thought that was pretty
Fitting.
amazing. Yeah.
Fitting.
Yes.
Last minute steal and score. Yeah, fair because it's close. Okay.
Mhm.
Back to the Thrillington bracket, and in the second round, I had Pretty Little Head going up against Ebony and Ivory, and I give the nod. I give the nod, a slight nod, razor thin win to Pretty Little Head.
Wow. Okay.
What do you got?
See, and then this is one of the rare instances where we had both different songs here, because I had Maybe I'm Amazed live going up against New.
Right. So what do you got?
I'm going with Maybe I'm Amazed, the live version over New.
Over New. Okay.
Over New. Yes.
All right. Let's see. Doc says, we got some love for Pretty Little Head. New beating out Maybe I'm Amazed in a complete landslide victory.
Wow.
Even Godzilla can't beat Another Day. Yeah. Maybe I'm amazed. Yeah. Not surprised to see some of those. Yeah. That as well. Okay, let's shoot over to the Dirty Mac bracket, and I had Waterfalls going up against Pipes of Peace. And I went with Pipes of Peace in a hairline, very, very close win.
Yeah. I had Hi, the number 6, going against Pipes, the number 3. And as much as I like Hi, Pipes of Peace is just perfect in every aspect of the song. George Martin's work on that song is just incredible. And you got to go with Pipes of Peace on that one.
Awesome. Yeah. Pipes of Peace beats Waterfalls. Yeah. Farrell's got waterfalls all the way. Hi, Farrell. Brad's got waterfalls. Waterfalls were, yeah. High. Oh, yeah. There's some love for high still.
Yeah, I think that's great.
Yep. Pipes of peace. Okay. Let's shoot on down to the plastic Mac bracket. Okay. I had Once Upon a Long Ago going up against Uncle Albert, Admiral Halsey, and this again was a slam dunk win, landslide. Once Upon a Long Ago easily beats Uncle Albert, Admiral Halsey. Tomas?
All right, so Once Upon a Long Ago, number 6 versus Uncle Albert, Admiral Halsey, the number 3 seed. And boy, I got to tell you, this might be the toughest one for me, and I got to stick with the 3 seed and go with Uncle Albert, Admiral Halsey.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, because if this is where people's brackets will change. But like I said, if you want, share it with us, and we'll post them. If you want to, because it's hard to keep track of who picks who as we start to deviate with our choices, and we'll see who's more along the lines of who's got similar picks. But yeah, Once Upon a Long Ago beats Uncle Albert just it's close. But to me that's a top tenner for me. And Uncle Albert beats. Okay, he has Uncle Albert beating. He means he's talking about the first round.
Yeah, he had Hope of Deliverance. So
he's in the first round, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's shoot over to the Paul Ramon bracket, and I had We All Stand Together, which was the 6 seed, which beat Figure of 8, and going up against Jet, and I went with Jet hands down.
Yeah, I had Jet, the 3 seed, going against Figure 8, the 11 seed, and Jet takes off, and they never look back. So yeah, Jet.
No, Luxie didn't even make. No, Luxie didn't even qualify.
Yeah.
Luxie didn't. Yeah, that's a deep Macca trivia nut if you know what he means. Yeah, no, Luxie could not make it. Sorry. Nice one, Brad. Very nice. Let's see. Once Upon a Long Ago, Uncle Albert very close. We got a lot of love for Jet here. No question, Jet. Mm-hmm. Figure 8 and Jet. He goes Figure of 8.
Wow.
Also, EP's got Figure of 8 beating Jet, and Susan does too. Wow. Jet beats Figure of 8. Yeah. Jet. Yeah. Jet's gotta take the cake on that one. Okay.
I think so.
Back up to the Thrillington bracket, and this is the last game of the second round in the Thrillington bracket. So we're going to do this once. Right. We're going to do this 4 more times, and then now they'll wrap it for this week's installment. And in this matchup, I had this one going up against With a Little Luck, and With a Little Luck edges out this one by a fairly comfortable margin because it is that full 545 version.
Right. Yeah, with a little luck all the way. With an easy win here. And this one could be proud of, how far they got in this tournament, But yeah, with a little luck all the way, especially since we're doing the full version.
545, yeah.
Yeah.
Easily. And then let's see. Susan goes with this one. Ed goes with this one. Brad goes with a little luck. Yeah, barely. Yep, with you on that one, EP. You seem to lock in with him a lot. Ellen's got with a little luck. Tom Brennan's got this one upsetting with a little luck.
Oh, excellent. Okay.
Tone had Jenny Wren beating with a little luck, so Tone has Jenny Wren going pretty far.
Yeah.
Wow. Jenny Wren is making an appearance in Tone's Sweet 16. That's some mighty praise. Mm-hmm. That's cool. Day Tripper with a little luck as well. Okay. Now let's shoot over to the Dirty Mac bracket. Okay. And I had Pipes of Peace going up against. I'm sorry. Wait. Where are we now? We're in the second round, right? Right. I had Getting Closer going up against Say, And
Yeah.
to me, it's getting closer by a country mile over say.
I will agree. I got getting closer at the number 7 seed going up against say the number 2 seed. And yeah, we're gonna bust up the bracket here with this one, and I say getting closer is going to upset say. Yes, absolutely.
Bracket buster,
Yes.
baby. um, let's see, a lot of love for getting closer. I'm not surprised to see getting
Yeah,
closer trouncing say.
right.
Although I bet you Tone won't go for it though, because he doesn't like it.
Well, we'll see.
Um, yep, getting closer, getting closer. EP's got ever present past being getting closer. Susan
Okay.
had ever present past. Okay,
Wow.
yep, cool. Let's shoot on down to the plastic Mac bracket. Okay. And in this one, I had the backseat of my car going up against Coming Up. And the backseat of my car wins a hearty win over Coming Up, the live version.
Yeah. Again, another upset win here. It's backseat, which is the 10 seed, going up against coming up. That was the 2 seed, and backseat of my car. It's they're on a mission on this tournament, and they had
I think, yeah, go ahead.
they had the Nates in their locker room giving them the big woo speeches.
Woo!
And,
Ric Flair,
yes,
chops.
yeah. So Ric Flair, the Nature Boy, was in the back seat of my car's locker room and giving them the big pep talk. Yes, absolutely.
I think we know who's going to win Susan's tournament, just based on her playing with us with the
Right.
top 101. Just a little hint.
Mm-hmm.
Over to the Paul Ramon bracket. We've got in the last matchup here. I had Tug of War going up against My Love, and Tug of War wins a healthy win over My Love.
I have the 7 seed Press going up against the number 2 seed My Love, and I have the 2 seed My Love moving on and beating Press. And they did it pretty soundly.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's it. That gets us to the Sweet 16.
Right.
So
who do you got moving on to the Sweet 16 then here?
So the Sweet 16, I've got Band on the Run, Junior's Farm, Pretty Little Head, With a Little Luck, London Town, No More Lonely Nights, Once Upon a Long Ago, Backseat of My Car, Girls' School, Let 'Em In, Pipes of Peace, Getting Closer, Mull of Kintyre, Take It Away, Jet, and Tug of War.
Wow. Okay.
You?
So my Sweet 16 looks like this: Band on the Run versus Junior's Farm. Maybe I'm Amazed, the Lie versus With a Little Luck.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
I got Silly Love Songs, which versus No More Lonely Nights, which is going to be tough for me. Uncle Albert versus Backseats. Then I got Listen to What the Man Said versus Let 'Em In. Pipes of Peace going against Getting Closer. Mull of Kintyre versus Take It Away, and then Jet versus My Love. So this is going to be an interesting Sweet 16, and I got to put some thought onto this. I have no idea on how I'm going to go with some of these. It might be game-time decisions on some of these, right? Really.
This is why they play the game, and structuring it. This is why they play the game. You play to win the game, and it's fun to look at them like this and stack the team songs and rank them as you would with teams that they do in the NCAA tournament. And you can do this with a lot of different things. So it's our first time doing it. So we had a lot of fun. It's kicking it around. We'll finish it up next Sunday when we do with the Sweet 16, Elite 8, Final Four in the championship.
Yeah, we will probably try to do it right around the same time. You know, right? 1 p.m. Eastern time.
Yep.
Those next rounds will be brutal, Susan.
1,000%. 1,000%. They're gonna be bloodbaths in those next couple of rounds.
Yes. So, we have the brackets. I mean, if you go to our Facebook page, you can find the bracket there. If you don't have one, if you want one, like I said, go to the Facebook page. You can go there and print it, or you can email us at twolegspodcast@gmail.com, and we can send you a bracket if you didn't fill one out while you were here today. By the way, while you're all here, please subscribe if you haven't already. Please, please.
Yeah.
If you haven't
The
subscribed, please do.
Please do. The bracket that's posted on our Facebook page is maybe not the best quality, but if you email us, we can send you a better one to look at, to fill in. Or if you even want a digital one to fill in, which is what I did, I can send you a digital one too, which is like a spreadsheet. So I can do that as well. So let us know if you want one of those, and because it's not, the one on Facebook isn't as easy to see or read. So no, thanks everybody for popping on this afternoon and playing along with us for the first 3 rounds. Really is what we did. To get us into it, and interesting choices across the board. A lot of upsets, a lot of interesting choices. Yeah,
right.
As well. So, look at your brackets. Think about the songs you want to pick because it will be brutal, and it'll be fun to kind of kick these around when we do it next Sunday for sure.
And people, we're going to put this on the audio formats too. And if you guys who's listening on the audio formats, if you want to, play around for round 2, again, email us twolegspodcast@gmail.com, and we can send you the bracket there, and you can write it out and then join us for part 2 here on YouTube if you want.
Sure can.
But please hit that thumbs up, please, everybody. As you all know, that helps us out. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. And man, this was a lot of fun, Andy. I kind of knew we were gonna have some different picks here and there, but this next round is gonna be crazy.
It is, and we agreed on a couple, and we differed on a couple, which is good. I mean, it would be boring if we agreed on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So same time
next week.
Yes.
Maybe. Yeah.
We hope so. We'll let you all know a day or so in advance. But yeah, it'll be early Sunday, probably, 12, 1 o'clock, something like that.
Yeah. If you're on the East Coast, Midwest, West Coast, 2 to 3 hours earlier than that. So
but it's fun to be back it's fun to be back and doing some shows with your partner,
this is great. Yeah.
It's episode 198. We're dropping these as regular episodes, so you won't see any new episodes with us for a while. Got this 199 will be our show next week, and then number 200 on the 25th.
200. Yeah, so that's going to be insane. It's going to be interesting to see what we, what we end up doing. I'm sure we'll have some surprise guests and all that. And thank you everybody for joining. We had a blast.
Yeah. And so we'll see you all next week for March Macca Madness round 2. And that's a good time. We're happy that we were able to do it earlier, so our friends across the pond don't have to stay up in 3 or 4 in the morning to see us. So that's also why we do it. It just works, get it done early, and then it works for everybody. So thanks everybody for tuning in today for episode 198 and playing along with us. Share your brackets with us if you'd like. We'll post them. This is where we can compare, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Take care.